Next up, at UFC Vegas 100, we have the main event of the evening. We have Neil Magny taking on Carlos Prates. Neil Magny, 29-12 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. He is alternating wins and losses. Taking on Carlos Prates, 20-6 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5 on a 10-fight win streak. And this is the first main event for Carlos Prates, and we're going to find out if the UFC is just pushing him too fast or if he has earned this slot. Because he's taking on a very tried and true veteran in Neil Magny. Incredibly well-rounded guy. Seems to be the UFC's go-to guy if they're trying to give an old veteran a good fight or figure out how good a prospect is. In this case, very clearly, they're trying to figure out how good of a prospect Carlos Prates is. He's got solid grappling. He's got great cage control, good, busy forward striking. He averages about 2 takedowns per fight. He's 22-11 in the UFC. But if you run through that fight history, it's a who's who of the division. He is coming off that KO loss to Michael Morales, where he had a wrestle-heavy game plan, but ultimately got sniped. Taking on Carlos Prates, very dangerous striker, big power, good range control, pretty light in his feet. He manages to throw kicks to any part of your body whenever he wants to. He'll throw head kicks as well at the drop of a dime. He can defend most takedowns that come his way. His power and his accuracy are absolutely insane. He's coming off that knockout win over Jing Lang, where everybody's like, you can't knock out Jing Lang. Jing Lang can't be knocked out. And Carlos Prates made it look easy, and he had him knocked out about 3 times in that fight. He's on an incredible 9-fight knockout win streak. This probably makes it 10. Neil Magny's got some miles on him, and he certainly has miles more experience in an octagon. If he could somehow wrestle heavy without getting hit, he could definitely win. If he could hold Prates against the cage, which is what Neil's best skill set is, he could have some success. But you got to get through those strikes. You got to get to him to do that. I don't see it happening. Obviously, the betting line reflects that. He just got knocked out by Michael Morales. And if Michael Morales is knocking you out, a guy that's a pretty decision-heavy guy, Carlos Prates is absolutely doing it. Carlos is the pick. Obviously, minus 700. Most people feel that way as well, but pretty confident there. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, take it from me because I don't want to say a Carlos Prates hater, but I was a Carlos Prates non-believer. I picked Charlie Radke as my lock of the week versus him because we already talked about it before, but I saw Trevin had some success with the hands and then eventually got caught. I thought Charlie would be able to have the same success with the hands and be a little bit more durable. And then I saw how he handled that situation. And then against Jing Lang, it was like the comparison I make, because I rewatched that fight today, and it's not the same level of competition, obviously, and I'm not comparing it, but how clean the performance was, how unbelievably comfortable, the way he was seeing everything that was coming his way, the vision to be able to just kind of step back and throw those big shots, and the way he was just almost toying with Zhang Lang in that fight, it was like Conor against Eddie Alvarez, where it looked like Eddie Alvarez looked like he had never even fucking fought before. And I understand that Eddie was like a former champion, Jing Lang wasn't, and Conor won the belt and stuff like that. I'm just saying, like, the performance was, Jing Lang, like you said, had never been knocked out. He's a tough guy. He's always in your face. He's always making a fight a fight. Whether he's getting taken, I know the Kamzat wasn't a fight, but he's always turning everything into a brawl. And he couldn't touch this dude, Carlos. And he was stepping off and rolling and missing 3 or 4 shots and then stepping off the angle and landing a right hand. It was absolutely impressive. It was beautiful. If he brings in that same performance, he should smoke a guy like Neil Magny. We broke him down all the time. Just stay out of the fucking clinch, and you're going to win. There was a situation in that second round where Zhang Lang did grab Prates, put him against the fence. Prates went through the motions. It looked like, oh my God, is he going to stay here or not? Looked at his corner, gave him a little nod, wasted about 10, 15, 20 seconds, caught his breath a little bit, underhook, boom, circled back. It's probably not going to be that easy to Neil Magny, but it's still good to see that he got his win, assessed the situation, knew what he could do, circled off, got back to space, and immediately started attacking as well. I think that this fight is going to look like what the Philip Rowe fight should have looked like. Right? Philip Rowe has that same length, not the same type of striking, but it's a long rangey striker. And I said, just back Neil Magny up and just start fucking boxing him against the fence, and you're going to win the fight. He was boxing him, and then he went to clinch. He was boxing him, then he went to clinch. If Carlos just stays at range and boxes him, his hands and his striking is absolutely unbelievable. Big fan of that Fighting Nerds team for sure, and I think he's got all the tools to get this done.
Yeah, 100%. And Prates won't clinch. Neil Magny's literally best skill set is clinching. If you're like, what's he great at?
And he's
Clinching.
a Muay Thai guy, so you might clinch and strike or throw an elbow. But
no, I mean
being
cage.
that Muay Thai guy, he knows how to get the arms involved and circle out and take advantage of the situations, or even land damage if Neil. Because a lot of people will just let Neil Magny just kind of hug him and hold on to him. Being that Muay Thai guy, he can land damage in that clinch situation as well.
Yeah, when I say clinch, I guess I'm talking cage control, like not plumb clinch, just clinch, like hold against the cage, keep him there. Carlos won't go there. That's not a safety net for him. He's going to be staying away, using the distance. So pretty confident in Carlos here. I did build a nice little 3-leg parlay with him in there.
Full unit too. That was
a full unit on it. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, this week's interesting, and I might be feeling myself. Listen, what goes up?
I don't like this week for betting. I kind of have my pots in like three people. Usually I'm 5, 6, 7 that I feel with odds. Obviously the units is kind of spread out between whatever. But this week I see like 4 people. I'm like, okay. And then that's about it. Because, I mean, I try to bet Prates, but he's almost outpriced at this point. I think even inside the distance, -3 or -400, I'll just fucking let it be. It's like, but we find our spots.
Yeah, and like, listen, I've won money 9 of the last 10 cards. Phenomenal ROI over that 10-card span. On the year, doing incredibly well as well. You're going to lose some. I don't know if it's going to be this event. I actually didn't want to say it out loud, but I felt last week was like, it's going to be a tough card. And it wasn't.
And what did I say?
You texted. You're like, today's going to be a great day.
I said it's going to be one of the best weeks of the year. And it fucking
for you, it was.
Nearly was. Well, it wasn't, but it almost fucking nearly was.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens with this card. I've got my spots. I think I'm going to be done with the bets I've got going. Maybe we'll see when the rest of the props drop. We'll see what happens. Safety parlay. I might not even do one. We'll see what happens.
You sniped the shit out of that. We played it on the stream as well. The Jack Shore under 2 takedowns.
2 takedowns.
That was crazy.
I mean, luckily it got refunded though, because he got 2 takedowns pretty fucking quick. It's like, oh shit. Like, okay, all right. Well, there goes that bet. But luckily you stayed at 2, and that got refunded. If you do want to check out all the picks, the bets, the 2. Oh, you know how I sniped that? Somebody in the Discord DM'd me. I don't know if he wants me to say his name, but he talks to Chris Riley all the time, and they would share. Honestly,
I thought I hit. I thought he only got 1.
He got 2. It was refunded. He got 2. He got 2, but it really was 1 because he was like connected, came up, brought him back down. But either way, I'll take it. Anyway,
how did they score the second round?
WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member. It's freaking $10. This is what we did last week. UFC Edmonton was a sketchy card. If you don't believe, if you guys only watch us and you don't exist in other universes in the MMA space, you might think this shit's easy because we're doing well and we make it look easy sometimes. It's not. Everybody else is taking an absolute bath every single week. It is crazy. They're all coming up with wild excuses. Oh, this, that, got screwed again. Oh, but I made money if you count the last 275 years.
Oh, what a tough year this has been with the judging and the decision, and where you can't catch a break and you can fucking complain about it, or you could just do better research and you could just get better fucking bets. This isn't a situation where we're trying to hit a fucking plus 5,000 parlay so we could say we've been up for the last 10 weeks. A lot of people will just chase these big dogs. They're up monster on one single week, and then they'll be like, oh, I'm still up 40 units for the year because they were up 50 units one week and they lost fucking 100 and whatever it is. So it's consistency.
It's consistency, and it's like normal consistency. Look at the units. I bet 3.5 units last week. If you look at every week, I'm like 3, 5, 2, 3, 3.5, like normal. You bet a little more than I do, but also normal. A lot of the games that those idiots play, they'll put like 12 units on like basically a guarantee. Like they'll put 12 units on Prates, and then it'll hit, and they'll be like, see? It's like, dude, you think that this is not reasonable. Either way, enough rant and raving about the rest of them. Let's talk about us. We're crushing. And if you want to unlock everything that we do, you don't even need the bets. The tools like the data analyzer, interactive charts, data, stackable filters, a tape index. And this is built out for all the events in the future as well.
My favorite is when people just keep complaining about all the decisions and stuff like they've never had a decision go their way in their life. Like one of the reasons why you're up so big last year is probably because of decision going your way. And then you were like, laugh out loud, like, you knew
Oh,
you
dude,
got away with it, and then everything fucking evens out.
100, dude, Renat was a gift. Like Renat winning that was a gift. He should not have won that decision. It was a gift, and I appreciate that gift. And we've gotten fucked plenty of times.
My two
so
worst
it is what
weeks
it is.
this year on split.
Jose
my
Aldo?
two worst weeks this year because of 4 split decision losses. And guess what I did? Fucking just moved on, kept winning the next 3 or 4 weeks, and then I got the fucking CD decision coming my way this last week. It all evens out.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
You can bitch and moan, or you can fucking just be a man about it.
Oh, the people complaining about the Jasmine thing was funny too, because obviously I lost that bet. I needed another 3 seconds there, but that was genuine. That wasn't like sometimes they'll when the referee stops the fight and the actual clock don't align. No, that was genuine. That ref stopped that fight like literally a couple seconds before the 2.5. It's like, fuck. So that is what it is. It does all work itself out. You can use the tools. You can use the copy-paste bets. We have a prop hunter, curated set of data to help you find prop bets. We have a DraftKings optimizer preloaded with the best DraftKings ownership projections. We got everything you want or need, including a dude from Brazil. Nope, not Brazil. New Zealand. A dude from New Zealand who's picking fights not just at the UFC level, but the regional level as well, and an artificial intelligence. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. It's $10. Includes everything. One beautiful package. We crossed the 4,000 premium member mark this past weekend. I think we crossed it. It was Sunday morning. I was talking to Josh, the web guy, who said we crossed. So for the 4,076 of you that are active right now as premium members, thank you so much. I'm glad we can give you something that you appreciate. And if you're not a premium member, it's $10 fucking. Give it a try. Any last words for the peeps? Jakey Boom Balats.
Make sure you like the video if you haven't already. Every like is going to helps get more exposure to the channel. The more exposure to the channel is more likely for people to sign up for premium. The more premium members we get, the more likelihood I'm going to end up in Brazil. And once I get to Brazil, I can finally be happy, So I would just appreciate to like the stream, and don't forget to go and vote tomorrow.
There you go.
Right? You want to tell me who to vote for?
Don't. No, sure don't. Get your bonus. We'll see you guys later this week for the rest of the stuff.